Okay, so video number 3, I turned the light on outside of our house. This is part 3. So you can actually see me now that the sun is going, or down over the mountains at least. It always gets darker earlier here because we're in the middle of the mountains, so the sun goes over the mountain before it actually goes down. Anyways, okay, so last video, part 2, I talked about professional challenges. Okay, so a couple months ago, like I said, I changed, so now I am working on the program for Access. I'm only teaching with one of the Chilean teachers. To make up for that, I'm working on Access support, so like background work. So I just finished actually writing the next assessment test and the next part of the curriculum, which is something we did for the first part. But I just finished doing that with one of my coworkers from Santiago. She worked on it before, but this time her and I worked on it together. And so we just finished up the next assessment test and the next part of the curriculum, which starts in a couple weeks for Access. So yeah, which is kind of cool because I don't have a lot of experience in that, and so that was really fun, challenging, but really fun. Loved it, and I will get to teach that as well and see how it goes. At least the first part of it. So so personal challenges. So since moving up here, personal challenges are somewhat related to work challenges. Because I have a lot more background work to do here, and because there's a lot more traveling time, and because it's a lot more expensive here, and because we're farther away from anything, I have not had as much time to maintain my personal health, like do meal planning, maintain my exercises so that I don't have body pains all the time. I haven't had time to do as much reading and writing and doing personal things I enjoy. I haven't had as much time and money to travel, because to travel you have to go far away, and transportation is extremely expensive. So I just haven't been able to do a lot of different things. Also, when we came up here, it was just me and my coworker. I keep wanting to say compañera, because I say that all the time. I speak a lot of Spanglish, which is probably why it's harder to make these videos, because I'm trying so hard to speak just English. But anyways, my compañera, my coworker that I live with, her and I were the only ones up here for several months. And then the other two came. And so there's nobody our age here. And where we live, there's a lot of tourists that come for a day or two and leave. And so really the only friends we have are each other. It's just me and 3 other girls up here. And I've met a couple people here and there, but in Serena and Coquimbo, which are 2 hours away. And we can't travel really during the week because we're working. So it's just any other people that we may have met, we see on the weekends maybe. So there's not really a lot of other friends. I'm constantly aching. I'm constantly feeling tired because I'm not being as consistent with exercise as I should be, because I am constantly going, constantly have work. And I have not been eating as much as I should and not as healthy as I should, because I'm constantly on the go. So I'm trying to make food as fast as I can, and I haven't been able to do as much meal planning and take the time to sit down and just eat and whatnot. So so that being said, I love, and I also for my job, I really enjoy the adult classes, but they've been a little more negative for me because I've put more planning in and stuff, so that's affected my self-confidence as a teacher. I feel like I'm not doing as good as I should, even though I know that the challenges up here are a lot bigger. And also same with the classes that I teach with kids once a week. That's not my strength, and so that's something that I've been trying not to negative self-talk about as well, and just focus on how I can improve. The one thing that I really, really enjoy is Access, and as many challenges as we've had with that, I still really enjoy it, and I wish I could stay here until the end of next December to 2019 for it, which was the plan. Now, due to everything, to the amount of stress I've had up here, I've made the decision to move back to Santiago. Originally, I told myself when I came here, I'm going to work in Chile for a year and then go home and figure my life out. Coming here, I really enjoy working with Beyond English. I mean, I'm not getting paid the most in the world, but the founder and our boss has shown consistently that she's constantly trying to improve conditions for us, trying to like make sure everyone has what they need, that they're in the right position that they do best in, and things like that. It's just one of the most positive work situations I've ever been in. And I think that, especially with this new access support role that I have, that's like some of the background work, I can still work with a program even though I'm not directly teaching with it. And so that's something that I feel like I have a lot more professional development to do left here, which is why I want to continue working here with this company, but move back to Santiago. Because up here in Valle, it was just too much of a challenge for me. I'm not able to take care of myself personally and whatnot, and there's just too much stress, but there's still a lot that I feel like I have to offer and that I want to develop with them. So at the end of this year, I will be moving back to Santiago to start that role. And essentially what I'll be doing still has to be defined perfectly, but I will be teaching adult classes there again. I will be working on access, doing support for that, like developing the assessments, the curriculum, any other support that they need for that program. And then I will probably be working on a project. There's a couple of things like the book club and some other things that they're developing there now. So that'll probably be the third part of my job when I go back down there. So yeah, we'll see. But that brings me to my next point. Originally, I really wanted to come home for Christmas, for holidays this year, to visit, knowing that I had decided to stay here. That does not look like a feasible option because of the fact that everything is more expensive up here, so I have not been able to save as much as I wanted to. And flights are already very expensive from Chile to Michigan because it's very far, because you're going from way south to way north, but they're more expensive, doubly expensive now, because A, it's Christmas and the holidays, B, it's summer in Chile, so everybody's going on vacation. So yeah, for that reason, I am not able to come home like I originally wanted to, and this will be my first holiday season, or like Christmas holiday season away from home, which I think could be a really good experience. Albeit very difficult. But I will be in Santiago with a lot of my friends back there, so that's something I'm really excited about, is to have that community at least. I think it would be a lot more difficult if I was staying in Valle for Christmas. So yeah, but I don't know what is in store for me. I'm definitely praying about it a lot, but I'm going to try and see if I can visit home sometime a little bit later in the year when prices go down. Cross your fingers. But I also am trying to living in another country is different than traveling. So I live and I work here, which means that I'm not like going on all these adventures and seeing a bunch of Chile and like traveling all the time and everything. It means I'm living here. So I'm also trying to like save as much money to do short weekend trips, and when I do have vacation, take trips then and take advantage of that. So that's also something that I'm like, man, I really want to come home, but I also want to take advantage while I'm here to like travel and see different places. So I'm hoping that I will be able to financially be able to come and visit home a little bit later in the year. If not, it won't be until the end of next year, which is crazy to think about and extremely heartbreaking for me, but I also do want to take advantage of my experience while I am here, knowing that I'm almost 100% sure it's something temporary for me, and that I do have plans to come home eventually and settle down there. So I want to take the advantage of this experience the most that I can while I am here. So that's definitely a big heads up that I will not be coming home this year for the holidays, unfortunately. But I encourage you all to message me, and if you have questions or anything about any of the videos about living here, please reach out. But also remember that I have Skype, and WhatsApp is a great messaging app for internationally that has video call as well. So if you don't have that and you want to get in touch with me, you can use that as well. So yeah. I think that's it. I am definitely feeling better now that I have I changed my role a little bit up here. So I'm working on access curriculum, which means I don't have to travel quite as much, and I can work from home, which means I have been able to have a little more time for like exercising and things like that. But it's still been a challenge, so I'm anxious to go back to Santiago. I'm not anxious to tell my kids I have to go back. I still haven't told them, and that's something I'm not looking forward to. But the idea is that I can still work from Santiago on this program, doing a lot of support and whatnot, and still come up and visit maybe every several months or something, and then see them graduate next December. So that's another reason why I want to stay here, because I still want to see them graduate and see through the program, even though I'm not the one teaching it. So so any detailed questions, there's so much detail that I've left out. It's just impossible to fit it on, but any questions, please let me know. Please reach out to me. Please come talk to me. I miss all of you so much. And just because I'm not reaching out doesn't mean that I don't miss you. You have no idea how I miss all of you, each and every one of you. But like I said, I live here. I'm not just going on an adventure, so it's like I'm how I would be living back in the US. I'm going to work every day, trying to live a normal life here, so it's just so hard to have time for myself already, but I'm always tired, and I'm so sorry that I have not been more proactive about reaching out to you. So please reach out to me if you would love to Skype me, because I would definitely love to see your face and to fill you in if you have any more questions or anything like that. But yeah, I love you and I miss you all, and I will talk to you soon. I will be better about making update videos, I promise. That is something I will definitely be better about. So yeah. Alright, love you, miss you.